It's boring to say, but when you die, don't worry about your body because your relatives will take care of whatever is necessary. They will take off your clothes, wash your body, dress you, and take you out of your house first. Then they'll take you to your new home. Later, many will come to say goodbye at your funeral. Some will cancel their appointments and miss work commitments because of your burial, although most of them never did this kind of thing when you were alive. Life is a breath, brother. But this doesn't have to be just an Instagram caption when a famous person dies. It should be a conductive journey, especially in our relationship with God. Life is a breath, but rest assured the world won't stop to mourn you. The economy will continue its work. You will be replaced by someone else with the same abilities or maybe even better. Your belongings will go to the heirs, considering that you will continue to be quoted, judged, and questioned about all the small and big actions in your life. There will be 3 types of mourning about you. People who only knew you at face value will say, "Poor man, poor woman." Your friends will cry for days or at most hours, but then they'll return to laughter. Those friends who encouraged you to sin will forget about you as soon as possible. Your pets will be donated. They will bond with other owners, and your memory will be erased. Your photos will hang on a wall or on some piece of furniture for a while, but soon they will be stored away, forgotten in boxes or at the bottom of a drawer. Your favorite sofa, table, chair will be donated or used by others or burned. The deep pain in your house lasts a month, 2, 3, and such for some, and then you will be added to their memories. Life is like a man who wakes up in the morning, looks out the window, sees fog outside, goes to the kitchen, prepares coffee, and when he returns, the fog has disappeared. Many flowers are picked too early, some still in bud, seeds that never sprout, and those flowers that live their whole lives until petal by petal, calmly lived, they surrender to the wind. Life is what we bring home to do. Before you know it, it's 6 o'clock. Before you know it, it's Friday. Before you know it, it's Christmas. Before you know it, the year is over. Before you know it, we don't know where our friends are anymore. Before you know it, we've lost the love of our life. Before you know it, 50 years have passed. Now it's too late to fail, and time passes. We go through life, we don't live, we survive because we don't know how to do anything else until unexpectedly we wake up and ask ourselves, and now? Today is still a time to rebuild something, to give a friend a hug, to say a loving word, to thank for what we have. It's never too old or too young to love, to say a kind word, to make a loving gesture. Our life on this earth is a very quick passage, and we have to understand the following. There are times when we are invited to be the main actor. There are times when we are invited to be the supporting actor. There are times when we are not even invited to be in the audience. So if you can be in the movie, this movie that God puts you in is for you to work for others, not to work for yourself. If God created people to be loved and things to be used, why do we love things and use people? We usually compare our lives with those who have more than us, and if we tried to compare ourselves with those who have less, it would make a big difference. Life is a breath. Some moments that have even questioned me for saying this so much. My love, don't you think you talk too much about this? About the near-death experience, to rethink and treat every day as if it were the last. But more and more, especially in these last 2 years that have been insane, I've never seen us lose so many special people as in these 2 years. Family members, close people, people who are references for our generation. I always think about this perspective, brother. Since I don't know when the last day will be, I need to treat them all as if it were the last time, because one day I'll hit it and wonder, The question I always ask myself when I'm about to preach the word, especially, is if I knew when my last message would be, how much would I put into it? Since I don't know, I need to put myself into it as if it were the last time every time. Wherever I go, the balance of my account doesn't matter. So let me bear fruits that will bear fruit in eternity. Let me sow in the lives of families that even when I'm not here, will be touched by something I helped build with God. That my body will die one day, but my spirit being in God remains with Him forever. If we could be aware of how fleeting our life is, perhaps we would think twice before throwing away the opportunities we have to be and make others happy. Don't look back. What's done is done. What we lost, we lost. Look ahead. There's still time to appreciate the flowers that are intact around us. There's still time to thank for life. Even though it's fleeting, it's still within us. We don't give a loving kiss because we're not used to it, and we don't say we like it because we think the other person automatically knows how we feel. And the night passes, and the day comes, the sun rises and sets, and we remain the same. We complain that we don't have or think we don't have enough. We demand others from life, but not from ourselves. But we are not mind readers. We don't know how long we will be decorating this garden, nor those flowers that were planted around us. We neglect ourselves, others, we get upset over small things, and we lose precious minutes and hours. We lose days, sometimes years. We stay silent when we should speak. We talk too much when we should stay silent. We don't give the hug that our soul longs for because something in us prevents this closeness. Because God healed my heart 5 years ago, but at some point, someday, it will stop beating. My turn has come. It may be in 60 years, in 20 years, in 2 years, I don't know. The crisis of our generation is that most people have sought heaven only as a deliverance from hell. But heaven shouldn't be desired just because we didn't go to a worse place. Heaven is only grace because God is there. If I were given a chance one day, I wouldn't even look at the clock. I would always move forward, tossing away the useless golden husk of hours. I would hold all my friends, whom I don't know where or how they are, and say, you are extremely important to me. I would hold my love, who is far ahead of me, and say, I love you. This way, I say, don't stop doing something you like because of lack of time. Don't stop having someone by your side.